Hi you guys, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can probably tell, I rearranged my room and it's still in the process of getting cleaned up. So it might be an eyesore in the background, but don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to this. This is what matters, not that humongous mess over there. I'm sorry, it's so ugly. I'm working on it, okay? I'm gonna be more organized. I should have probably done that at the beginning of this year, but you know, now it's sort of a resolution for August of this year. It's never too late, guys. So I'm going to be watching episode 1 of What If, which just came out today. Today as the day of recording, 8/11/2021. It's a better way to say that. So yeah, the episode is What If Captain Carter Were the First Avenger. Now, if you guys are familiar with the comics, sometimes these one-off comic books where they would explore hypothetical ideas with the characters within the Marvel universe, and yeah, it would kind of veer off from the 616 timeline and be more of, you know, alternate numbers, whatever it may be, just not 616. But every now and then I would pick up an issue, or every now and then I'd pick up some of those graphic novels that just compile a lot of these stories, and I would just kind of read them and just be like, oh, this is fun. And I understood at the time they're not canon, or they're not going off of the original timeline for Marvel Comics, and I'm really happy that they're finally exploring that with the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because this is 10 plus years in the making, and they've sort of earned their right to kind of explore this territory. And also, it's gonna be animated, or it is animated, as you can tell. So yeah, the fact that they're even doing this, it's really awesome. I really enjoyed those comics. So yeah, hopefully they are willing to go as far as those stories go. Just get weird, get crazy. I'm really excited for this. And as the title for this episode suggests, we are going to see Captain Britain, or at least a version of Captain Britain where it's Peggy Carter. And I think that's awesome, because Peggy Carter is one of the more underrated characters in the MCU. I think she's brilliantly played by Hayley Atwell. I think she's going to be voiced by her in this as well. Can't wait for that. I don't know if Chris Evans is going to return as the voice of Steve Rogers, but I really hope he does. And yeah, and also we get to see a variation of Stark tech, that first Mark 1 armor. So yeah, that's gonna be really cool. But all of those expectations aside, let's just get right into watching the episode. So I'm going to try to cut this up, or put maybe, like, I don't know, a picture over it so that it doesn't get taken down. But keep in mind, I am not posting this episode just to share. This is a reaction and commentary, so let's be reasonable. Anyways, let's just get right into it. You know what some people say, they're like, oh man, I can't stand it's just them doing themselves wrong, basically. But I like it. It's fun.
Time. Space. Reality.
Long ago, the four nations lived together in harmony. Then, everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
I am the Watcher. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question, what if? Earth, June 1943. The Nazi army marches across Europe, leaving death and destruction. All this to make one super soldier.
Paris has fallen. London might be next. If this works, you could end the war. We mere mortals can only dream of doing such things.
Agent Carter, wouldn't you be more comfortable in the booth?
No, I'd prefer to stay.
There. That's the moment that created a new universe. When asked to leave the room, Margaret Peggy Carter chose to stay. But soon it would be her venturing into the unknown and creating a new world.
The serum will cause immediate growth.
timelines.
The subject will
Eyes on me. Focus on me.
We either do this now or we lose the project.
Rogers, get in there!
He can't!
Stark, you go in!
What? Are you crazy? I push the buttons. I'm the buttons guy.
Stark, get over there!
Tech and bullets don't mix. We're gonna lose everything. It has to be now.
Do you know how much this costs?
We won't get another shot at this.
Hang on. I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Howard, get ready!
Agent Potter.
What are you doing?
He's probably more food than First Avenger. Am I just forgetting that he was in this universe?
Carter, what are you doing?
This is our only chance! No!
Stark, don't do this.
We can't let a woman be captain. Let's go! Took it like a champ.
You at work.
And then some. You won't be needing those heels anymore.
Holy shit.
Peggy?
She-Hulk.
Wow.
Failed.
that is when Steve
$60
Rogers
million
discovered
and
his
all the
fetish.
hope. I was promised peace and salvation. Instead, I get a girl.
I understand this is not the desired outcome, but I can be more than a human pincushion.
The SSR is under my command now. Be grateful you're in the room and not being brought up on charges of insubordination.
We were about to lose the entire project. If I hadn't stepped
Well,
in...
we did. Every last drop of that Dr. Erskine serum went into you. And if we get lucky, someday your blood might tell us how to make a real super soldier.
You have a super soldier.
Women aren't soldiers. And they sure as hell don't fight on the front lines. You might break a nail.
Bradley was really good at playing racist.
Nice left hook.
Not according to Colonel Field. Weapons grade moron.
And don't worry about me. I never was much of a dancer anyway.
Maybe you haven't found the right partner.
Then why do you try so hard to hide it?
Ross Mark is so good at doing a Hugo Weaving impersonation.
Drowning your troubles? I thought you Brits were supposed to be resilient.
You're just the man, apparently.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
I'd rather you didn't.
Flynn's a moron. Lucky for you, I'm a genius.
What's this?
It was supposed to be your USO Let's Go Sell Some War Bonds costume, but I made a few upgrades.
Your covert skills need work.
And this is gonna be awkward.
I love a good costume review. And I love how they do it. That's He's so fun. He's so fun. I love Agent Carter. That's a fun show. Yeah, she doesn't have a helmet.
That was brilliant! Are you seeing this? I knew you'd be a bit more covert.
Sending in a fragile Fraulein to fight for them.
Fragile. The war's out there, Colonel, not in here.
Is this nuclear?
Are you listening?
I owe you one.
You owe me more than that. You owe me a dance. This is nice.
Damn.
Who are you supposed to be? Queen of England?
Steve Rogers sent me. The name's Captain Carter.
I won't say the Alright, there we go.
Steve!
Hey, Peggy. Now you owe me one.
Hold on a second. She's friends with that Hydra Stomper?
I think I'm friends with him too. Stark made me some new dancing shoes. What do you think?
Well, then we better start dancing.
I'm down with the dancing.
Hold on.
We have a war to win.
I can imagine Tara being like, oh, what is this woke bullshit?
Must be nice. I'm still that skinny kid from Brooklyn. Now just in a big metal suit.
You're more than the suit. The suit is nothing without the man inside. You're my hero, Steve. I mean, you're a hero.
No, they're gonna do more than dance.
Hey, Barnes, go Jihad.
Howard.
Oh, no. No, you continue. Just pretend I'm not here.
He crushed him off your thighs. Come on, give him some space. Jesus.
Thanks. You almost ripped my arm off.
Rogers, what's your status? Do you see the Red Skull?
I've got a visual, but...
Yeah.
Peggy, go! Get out!
Oh. They just... They didn't even get to get laid.
You gotta go.
Is this close? Got smashed, but not in the way that he wanted.
Rewrite the laws of physics.
She should never have been in the field in the first place.
Women and their feelings.
I was wondering when you might visit me. You're
Which of the
wasting
7
your
doors are
time.
you?
I will tell you nothing.
He told me everything.
No wonder Hydra targeted Rogers. You'd need the Stomper to get close.
Colonel, you're lucky to even be in the room. The Red Skull wants to destroy
That's a
our
callback.
world. In
When
many
you said
ways, he
she couldn't
already
be her
has.
'cause she's a woman.
We might not survive, but we will stop Hydra.
I'm in. For Steve.
Yes, let's do it. For Rogers.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not a...
I love that line reading.
You know.
Oh. So they have Steve.
You're too late, Captain Carter. I have summoned the champion of Hydra.
Okay,
Killed him again.
maybe we need a plan.
Hey, I need a hand. Come on, help me get him out of here.
No.
You gotta get me in the suit.
The generator should give the suit enough power. Now where's Peggy?
She drew the high card. That makes me sad.
Its tentacles appear to be growing. At the rate it's spreading, it's devour Europe.
If I can get to the controls, I might be able to transpose the ingress and do science stuff.
You mean transpose the polarity and out?
Blue. Who prints upon him blue? Bar and ice. But we can...
Go get him, Steve.
I can't!
Peggy, no!
I have to. I can end this.
You owe me a dance lesson.
Yes. Saturday night.
That's cool. That looks so good. That looks so good.
Where's Steve, Rogers?
The war ended almost 70 years ago. You're going to be okay.
Of course. We won the war.
She accepted that real fast.
Alright, well, I'll spare you guys the credits because, I mean, you guys can go ahead and watch it on your own. Actually, you know what? I'll just play it in the background because respect to all the people who worked on this episode, but I'm just going to mute it. So, yeah, some overall thoughts on the episode. I really enjoyed it. It really felt like if the MCU had made their own what if comic books based on around their universe and the way that they told the stories with these characters, and the way that the writers for Disney and for Marvel kind of have told these stories so far. And I love how it says, do you want to watch Loki next? Because it really does feel like it's an offshoot of the conclusion of Loki. Not really putting out any spoilers out there, but it is kind of a big wink and a hint. If you guys haven't seen Loki, I highly suggest you do. It's a really great show, and it's probably one of the more groundbreaking series out of all the Disney Plus original Marvel shows, because it actually lays the foundation for what's to come, and it introduces a season 2, unlike any of the other shows. So yeah, go watch that show. I don't know how closely it will tie into this. As of now, it just seems like they're just doing fun scenarios, fun hypotheticals with the current characters in the MCU, which is great. I thought it was really fun. The animation was beautiful in this. I think Haley Atwell kicked it out of the park with her voice work. I think she was the standout for capturing the voice work of this character. I think Sebastian Stan sounded like he was sort of just reading the lines sometimes. I feel like maybe he's not really familiar with doing voice work before. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to see more of him, because I do like seeing that character prior to him being Winter Soldier. I really like that aspect of Sebastian Stan and his take on Bucky Barnes, and we get to see a little bit more of that in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, just the more playful attitude of him. So yeah, that was great. And I love what they're doing with Steve. I love that Steve is sort of doing the role reversal of Peggy's role in the MCU up to this point. And Peggy's sacrifice overall, definitely interesting. And one thing that I'll say, and I don't know if anyone else shares this opinion with me, I feel like, I don't want to say OP, because when I think of OP, I think of Captain Marvel. Not a good movie, Captain Marvel. And that character, it's really hard to empathize with a character who is so ungodly powerful. It's just crazy. And she's not quite that. I mean, if Captain Marvel were in this episode, she would have wrecked shop, easy. Would have been done in like 2 seconds, which is too much. But Peggy in this, she seems a lot stronger than Steve ever was in the main movies and just the movies. I don't know what else I was gonna say. So yeah, it seems a little bit odd that she is so strong, like she's holding back a Hydra with just her muscles and a shield. And I'm like, I don't know if Steve would be able to do that. He was struggling with Thanos, and Thanos is a strong motherfucker, but like that's a giant squid monster. I don't know. That was kind of like, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I'm missing a detail in the show, which I probably am. I tend to overlook things like that because I'm so stupid. But yeah, that and just actually nothing else. That was it. That was the only real complaint I have about the episode. I will say it does feel like, a really fun romp and a real fun exploration of what you could do with the 10 plus years of filmmaking they've done. But other than that, if I were someone who was just new to the Marvel shows and just stepped right into What If, I probably wouldn't get a lot out of it. This is sort of a reward for people who have been watching the show and following these movies, or not the show, but watching the Disney Plus shows and watching all the movies up to this point. It's sort of kind of a reward for those people. So will I say that this is something for everyone? Absolutely not. But I would say that for all the upcoming Marvel movies. There's not really something for everyone unless you've been following these movies. I can't speak for the upcoming like Shang-Chi or Eternals or anything like that, but I do feel like you have to be sort of well-versed in the universe up to this point. So yeah, you will get a lot of enjoyment out of this if you've seen the First Avenger. That I think is a prerequisite for watching this. Otherwise, I think you'll have a good time if you've been following the other Marvel movies. It's still really good, and I love how they played around with everything, and they introduced some new aspects to it, kind of like the War Machine or Hulkbuster armor. But instead of a Hulkbuster, it's the Hydro Stomper. But instead of it being modern, it's with like a World War II aesthetic, kind of that era. And I really like that. That was really cool. And yeah, just seeing the returning cast members from the MCU movies or the older ones come back, like even Stanley Tucci returning for his small bit in First Avenger was really great because I love that character. Erskine was great. Toby Jones even, and Ross Marquand. returning from Avengers Infinity War. No, Endgame. Returning from Endgame for this role, I thought was really great. Obviously, we couldn't get Hugo Weaving, but I think Ross Marquand just kicks it out of the park. He's great. And also Bradley Whitford, which I am not remembering him in the First Avenger at all. So I'm going to do some research after this, find out if I've been wrong this whole time, but it was nice seeing him voice a character in the show, because I love that actor. He's so good. So overall thoughts on the show, I think it's rewarding if you've been following the MCU up to this point. From an outside viewing perspective, if you are not following these movies, you're not going to get a lot out of it, especially if you don't like animation, if you don't really respect the craft, or not even respect the craft, or if you're just not into animated shows or animated TV. Then you're probably not going to be into this. But for me, it gave me everything I wanted. And if it does tie into the stories that they're going to be telling in the future in the Marvel movies, then I think it's going to be even more rewarding for people that are watching the show. So I don't know what the next episode is going to entail, but I hope it's at this level, or if not even crazier. I'm really looking forward to the episodes with Chadwick Boseman voicing his character of T'Challa again. It's going to be great. So yeah, overall, great first introduction to the What If stories, and yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. So guys, did you enjoy this? Should I do this again? I don't know how much trouble this is going to be to edit and post, so depending on that, it will determine on whether I do this again. But yeah, What If, man, are you guys watching it? Do you guys have Disney Plus? If not, maybe you should get it. If this piques your interest at all, maybe you should get it. But yeah, also has nothing to do with Marvel, but go watch The Suicide Squad. Don't let it get squandered at the box office like it is. It is not getting the treatment it deserves. It deserves a sequel, in my opinion. It's a really fun movie at the theaters or at home on HBO Max. Just go watch it. This is a PSA. Just do it. In any way that makes you feel safe. Just do it. Okay? That's it. That's all I'll say. If you can watch it, go watch it. Okay? That's all I'll say. That's it. Please support that movie at the box office. Sorry. Last time. Anyways, yeah. Did you guys enjoy this video? Let me know down below. Let me know in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, whatever. And as always, guys, I will see you later.